Hi guys, it's Amy and this is Amy by Nature. How y'all doing? I am falling behind on this Merry Murdle and I would like to do all 25 Festive Murder Mystery Logic puzzles. I was playing this instead of my scratch offs in my Thursday video, but I'm going to try and do a bit of catch up. So this is my second time recording this, by the way. Because life happens. So let's try this again. So we're on December 3rd, a merry killing at the club. So he tried to relax at the club that he loved, but instead he found only a corpse that had been clubbed. Deductive Logico checked into the small English village's local detective club and tried to relax in the corner and work on a book of chess puzzles. Sometimes it was only when he was buried deeply in a puzzle that occupied his entire mind that he would have the insight he needed to solve the case. But instead he found that their annual Christmas party was also in full swing. Everyone was drinking mulled wine and playing Catch the Goose, which if you don't know already, you can learn the rules of in Appendix B at the back of this book. I feel like we should look at that. Unfortunately, all this leisure went out the window the moment that one of the detectives was found dead. It was a clear violation of their no murders policy, and so it resulted in all the detectives breaking another rule, no working during a party. So, the suspects are chess boxer Blaze. She's great at boxing because she loves punching faces, and she's great at chess because she loves killing kings. She'll get her rooks out of the corners and trap you in one. 5'8", right-handed, green eyes, blonde hair, Leo. Grandmaster Rose, a chess master who's always plotting his next move. It's pawn takes f4 or murder. 5'7", left-handed, brown eyes, brown hair, Scorpio. Silverton the Legend, an acclaimed actor of the Golden Age, now in his golden years. He needs a big role to make his career, one that gets him a major award, or even better, a lot of money. 6'4", right-handed, blue eyes, silver hair, Leo. Dame Obsidian. Frankly, Dame Obsidian's presence at the detective club kind of feels political, like she's trying to win the support of some of her super sleuths so they aren't so quick to accuse her of her crimes. 5'4", left-handed, green eyes, black hair, Leo. And Truther Topaz. He's a conspiracy streamer who is starting to believe he's uncovered the biggest cover-up of all time, a worldwide conspiracy to fake the existence of Santa Claus. See Appendix D. Okay, so that's something else we need to look at. 5'7", left-handed, hazel eyes, brown hair, Scorpio. The locations are the parking garage. Now that it's cold, surreptitious rendezvous have that spooky breath fog that adds to the vibe. Indoors, echoey vibes. Look out over the city. This is the rooftop lookout. Look out over the city and maybe spot a couple of murders before the rest of the detectives. Indoors, romantic vibes. The coffee shop. They've recently added a coffee shop to the detective clubhouse. Try the latte. Indoors, warm vibes. The detective kit storage room. Here is where they store the detective kits and the Christmas presents they need to hide. Indoors, messy vibes. The library. They all have the best how to be a detective books. Indoors, quiet vibes. And then we have got the weapons, which is a Christmas stocking. Harmless, think again, it's filled with knives. Heavyweight, made of fabric and knives. A golden bird in a Santa hat. This was an important part of a previous investigation, but now it's wearing a Santa hat. Medium weight, made of fabric and bird. How is this a weapon? Well, for one, it's made of asbestos. Lightweight, made of asbestos. A Christmas star. If you use this to kill, you better hide it before some wise men show up and solve the case. Lightweight, made of plastic. And a red herring. This one is stuffed and mounted on the wall, so it's a product of fish murder. Medium weight, made of cotton scales. Right, someone else had a go at this in the house. And I was like, you can't do that, I'm doing a video. So it had to be erased. But anyway, so What do we need to look at? Appendix B, I feel, and D. So let's go to the back of the book and find the appendixes, wherever they may be. Right, there's D. Let's go to B first. 5 Christmas games. Catch a Goose. Catch a Goose is a favourite pastime of Christmas lovers everywhere. Players 2 out of a larger group. Playtime depends on how fast the goose is. Object: declare your gooseness and then run. If they catch you, you lose. Rules: at any point in the night, the goose should slap someone on the back and yell "goosed." Then the person who got goose should chase after the goose. If they catch him, they win. There are no limits to where the goose can run. Okay, that doesn't really help much, does it? Right, Appendix D. Right, why do we have to look at Appendix D? Oh, here. Truth or Topaz was seen with a weapon he coincidentally mentioned in the first part of his manifesto. 5 disproves of Santa. So one of these weapons is mentioned here. So reindeer aren't real, much less can they fly, but flying a reindeer are a red herring. Oh, there you go, red herring. Okay. Right, cool. Remember that, guys. A golden bird in a Santa hat was not in the parking garage. A golden bird in a Santa hat was not in the parking garage. So the golden bird was not here. So we can cross that off. Cool. Leo was on the rooftop lookout. So who is a Leo? Chessboxer Blaze, Silverton the Legend, and Dame Obsidian. They're all Leos. So Truth or Topaz and Grandmaster Rose are not. So it can't be Grandmaster Rose, and it can't be, who did I say? Truth or Topaz. Can't be them. This is really annoying that I can see some of these marks. Okay. Dame Obsidian was caught snooping beside a stack of detective kits. The detective kits are in the detective storage room. So that means Dame Obsidian was in there. Let's go with that. Silverton the Legend was seen with a fake white beard. Okay, so he's got a fake white beard. Okay. Truth or Topaz was seen with a weapon he coincidentally mentioned. Okay, so that's a red herring. So Truth or Topaz has the red herring. Let's go with that. A Christmas star was found beside a pile of how-to-be detective books. Christmas star was in the library. Whoever was in the library was right-handed. So that can be Silverton or Chessboxer Blaze. Grandmaster Rose, Dame Obsidian, and Truther are all left-handed. So the library cannot be whoever was right-handed. So Grandmaster Rose could not be in the library. Dame Obsidian could not be in the library, but we know that because she was elsewhere. And Truth or Topaz, he's left-handed, so he couldn't be in the library either. So it's one of these two. Okay. The suspect with the same height as Truth or Topaz had a crush on the person who brought the Christmas stocking. So who's the same height? Truther and Grandmaster Rose. So those two are both 5'7", and So Grandmaster Rose had a crush on the person who brought the Christmas stocking, but we don't know who brought the Christmas stocking yet. Okay, we'll leave that one. A spilled latte was beside the body, so that must mean that it was in the coffee shop. So we need to save one for that guess. So, okay. So the coffee shop is where it happened. We know this. Now we just need to find out who and what. So Golden Bird was not in the parking garage. Leo was on the rooftop lookout. Rooftop lookout. Silverton had a fake white beard. He's a Leo, so he could still be on the rooftop, possibly. And the star was not there. So do we know who's got the star? It was in the library. So it wasn't, the star was not in the yeah, I've got that. Okay. Okay, let's see. So the red herring was truther. Do we know where this? It wasn't in the library. So no, truther wasn't. Okay, I've got that written down. Okay. Silverton was seen with a fake white beard. And it's definitely not in the library. Because the star was in the library. So that means that that means that Chess Boxer Blaze was in the library. Cool. And what else did it say about the library? Are they right-handed? Yeah, they are. Cool. So that works out. And the star was in the library, so that wasn't the stocking or the bird. Okay, I've got that. Blah, 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 blah. You guys are probably screaming at me going, this is so easy. Oh, look here. So the rooftop one has to be Silverton. And he had the beard, which means that was in the rooftop. Oh, here we go. We're getting somewhere now. So the library had the star and that, which means she's got the star. Chess Boxer, what's her face? And that means that those two are counted out because he's got that one. So the Golden Bird and the stocking is what we've got left. No, okay. So the suspect with the same height as Truth or Topaz had a crush on the person who brought the Christmas stocking. Okay, so Grandmaster Rose is the same height, and the only person he could have a crush on would be Dame Obsidian, and that means the golden bird is with him, because that's the only one left that didn't have anyone. So the golden bird was not in the parking garage, which means it must be so it's either the murder weapon or it's not. Have I just confused myself? So Dame Obsidian had she's in there. She's got the stocking. So the stocking must be here. The golden bird was Grand Master Rose, and that means it can't be this one, so that must be it. So the golden, so it was in the coffee shop, so that has to be Grand Master Rose, and it must be the golden bird. Right, so let's put the other two in for these guesses. Sorry guys, I am so bad at these. I thought I'd get better. Right, so I think we've done everything. So we're saying Grandmaster Rose, Golden Bird, coffee shop. Grandmaster Rose, Golden Bird in the coffee shop. Cool. So we say 5 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for getting that right. So that is 8 for that. So that is awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right. So we're on to December 4th. But I'm going to do these in a series of short videos because I think this is going to be, how long is this? This is 18 minutes. That's quite long. I could speed it up a bit, maybe. No, we're going to do them in separate videos. So, guys, thank you so much for putting up with this. I hope you're enjoying our little murder mystery for Christmas. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until I see you again, guys, take care. Bye.